Blessings, everyone. Welcome to the October update. This video is normally for my Patreon members, but I have so much information to release that I felt that it was very good to share this with the public, to assist you in your process and to know some of the things that you can expect to possibly be feeling and give you some things to do to help you through what's going on right now in your life, in the world, and help you to maintain a level of higher vibration and frequency as you are changing and as the world is changing. We're all changing together because this is unity. So I want to go ahead and those of you that know me know that I share from my experience. And for those of you who don't know me, or you've never been to my channel before, my name is Keleena, and I've been awake since a child, and I have had very deep awakenings with very huge, pertinent experiences in my life, let's say that. And I'm here to assist as a wayshower, to show you the way, how to get through your process when you're awakened, when you become awakened. I'm also a multi-dimensional quantum energy healer and a light language DNA key code activator, and much more. So if you want to know about me, you can always go to my website at KeleenaMalnar.com. My name is spelled correctly, boop, there. That's my Patreon account, but a lot of people put an A in my name instead of an E. It is an E, so make sure that you spell it right when you go to look it up. Okay, so enough of that. I want to explain a couple things. So for those of you that saw back in September in my video, I revealed how I live in Sedona, and in my home, I had stepped on and got stung by a scorpion, and how I transformed that venom instantly. Okay, it was like boom, like that, through my body. That's what we do as healers. And if we're open enough in our process of who we are as these light beings, as these very powerful beings on the planet, we can do these things. But here's the thing. In September, that happened for me, and it was probably the second week of September that happened. I went through an upgrade in my cosmic shamanism. I'm a cosmic shaman as well. And so I went through a lot of stuff there before I left to leave for Santa Fe. Before I left to leave for Santa Fe to go do grid work, my friend that was going with me, Shakina, she had gotten stung the week before we left. So I got stung, then she got stung. We both got the medicine of the scorpion. What's happening now? Let's jump forward. We've got this eclipse that is coming in, and this eclipse is with Scorpio. And so all of this time that all of these energies have been happening around me in my home for releasing, there has been another scorpion showing up in my home. Okay, by the fourth scorpion, I literally, it was nighttime. I only had the light on my phone because I was talking to someone. I saw this thing scurry across the floor. I panicked. I turned on the light. I panicked. I actually went into hysterics. I've never done that before. I was crying so hard that I couldn't breathe. This is not something that I would ever do. It is nothing like me, but I go through my experiences to take them, to teach from them, because that is what my team, okay, I'm very connected with my team. I hear them very clearly, has taught me that I'm here to teach from experience. So from that experience, I had to go through in that fear, okay, getting that scorpion, okay, another one, and being able to, I do kill them because I don't want them in my house. They do hurt. And we're not supposed to take souls, so I do little ceremonies afterwards for their soul. But what the scorpion showed me in that moment was how unsafe I was feeling. That scorpion energy was bringing up the unsafety that's feeling everyone in the collective right now. Everyone across the world is feeling right now. And this is like, aha, okay, This is what's going on right now. So I'm a super sensitive empath since a child. I feel everyone else's stuff. When I'm in a session with you, I feel you. I become your energy. So that scorpion kept bringing to me, what are the things, okay, that are hidden within me that I haven't healed yet? And so in my lifetime, in this life, I've always felt safe, except for with a person that it has been in my life, one person, not growing up, but one person in my life that made me not feel unsafe. And I had to see that, and I had to realize that. I had to bring that up into realization, okay, to bring that up to heal it. I happened to be on the phone with that person. And so they were trying to help me through this, okay, and through that. And I managed to get that scorpion. And what I learned is from behind the scorpion as it's running, you can't really kill it. It keeps running. It keeps running and then it runs in circles. I had to get in front of it so it was coming towards me to get it. And it was very interesting because I had to face it head on. There was the message. So what we are doing right now, a lot of you are feeling unsafe right now all over the world. We have to face these things that are making us feel unsafe head on. We have to bring those feelings up. I had to bring that feeling of feeling unsafe. And it's not just from this lifetime, it's going to be from other lifetimes, okay? These are really hidden, deep parts of us, of our soul, that are coming up. And they've been coming up, for me, they've been coming up since September. So that last incident was 2 weeks ago now for me. And I did actually try to make this video before. I did create the whole video, but for some reason it will not upgrade to YouTube. So my team said, create another. So here I am, doing it again. So I have all my notes here from all of my experiences, but the other thing that is really coming up, and with a lot of my clients, also even for myself, is the feeling of uncertainty. And for my Patreon members know this, because on Patreon I talk about this, where we're all at right now. So many people are feeling very uncertain of what's the next step. What am I supposed to do next? Where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to live? Why is that happening? It's happening because the feelings of uncertainty are showing us that we are not trusting in the process. It's showing us that we are not trusting in our divine blueprint, in our divine will. We're here to live, okay, from God's will. We have a blueprint we created before we came. And we're here to live that. However, growing up in the program and taking us out of our divine will, okay, and creating a programmed environment, a programmed ego of who we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to do, you know, how we're supposed to be seen in the world, that's dismantling. And in that dismantling right now, and everything is falling away, there's coming a space and place of feeling unsafe because you don't know where you're supposed to go yet, and uncertain because you don't know which direction to choose. Should I go this way? Should I go that way? Is that the right thing for me? When you trust in the divine creator, when you trust in who you are within you, which is the divine source, we are all a fractal of God. When you trust and come into your heart and align yourself, trusting in that process that's showing you where to go, what to do, how to create. This is when we come into that realization, okay, I need to live from my divine will. I need to live and I need to serve in God's will. I need to live in service to Gaia, on humanity. This is why we came. And when we do that, when we give up the ego, okay, that false identity ego we've been living from, when we let more and more of that go, that really clutches on, okay, to the program of who you've been, all this stuff is going to come up within you this month with this huge eclipse. It's going to come up, to let go of these things, to create this new outcome, to allow yourself to live from the divine plan that you created before you got here. Now, one of the things I saw when I went into meditation about this second half of the month is I saw this huge hand coming down from the sky and like literally picking up what looked like sludge. I don't know how else to toxicity. It looked very toxic. It looked like toxic mud, like goo, like it was literally like picking it up from the earth and taking it back to cosmos, back to source to be dissolved. This is what this eclipse that's coming at the end of October, what I've been shown. And so if it's going to do this on the earth, it's coming from you. Because remember, you're the event, right? So this toxic stuff that's within you, the feelings of unsafe, feeling of uncertainty, is all held within you from a program that held you in the illusion of the disillusion. So in there, you have these toxicities in you. You have this toxic, look at the scorpion. It's toxic. It has venom. This is why I have to go through the experiences physically to be able to bring them. So this venomous stuff, I even had black widows, 3 black widows outside my house. I'm like, where are these coming from? What is this for? Why do I have to see this? The same thing. Toxic. Although the spider is about co-creation, okay? Grandmother spider co-creation, but creating new events. But we don't have to do the new creation. We're not creating the new earth, the new world with toxicity. We cannot take anything toxic with us to be 5th dimensional beings. It's a consciousness. 5th dimension is a consciousness. In that higher state of consciousness, toxicity doesn't exist. Because you're in a world of love and joy and peace. You're in that state of balance and harmony. You're living as that light that you are, that reflects the soul of the one. Kaona mayana aquí. I am Shatur. So feel in this sensation what this eclipse is bringing up for you. This Scorpio energy, okay? Feel what parts of you in your life do you value? Okay? That it's true to bring in the harmonic balance of who you are within yourself. Who is devaluing you in your life? Who is or what is of no value for you? What is bringing more toxicity? What is bringing like the feeling of ich and venom and that tarry gooey feeling? Who, what, where, when? It's time for you to take a look at that, to release those things, because it's not just this life. It's so hidden deep within your DNA and your cellular structure from your past lives. It's got to come up. And we need to transcend to ascend. Adora mananeki shishiara. Kaya. All my notes here from my meditations and my experience, so I just need to take a look because I want to make sure I get everything in. As we're going through this and you're facing your biggest fears, okay, and this level of feeling uncertain, you know, really look at what makes you feel unsafe and face it head on, like I had to face that scorpion head on. Now, there was another scorpion down in my basement, okay, that I had gotten a jar on top of it. And that was just before the one here in the bedroom. And it's been sitting in that jar covered up because I haven't been able to get something under it to scoop it up to remove it. But I went down to exercise and I actually accidentally knocked over the jar, but not accidentally, okay? And that was coming, it was coming like right towards me. And what happens? Did I panic this time? No. I looked at it and I said, I see you. And I know what you're here to do. And I don't fear you anymore. And so what I did is I took a little box, put it next to it, put another box on the side of him, and I took one of my weights. It's a flat weight. Put another side. So it was in 3 spaces. I took the jar. The only place it had to go as I moved the box towards it was into the jar. And the jar was in front of me and it had to come right towards me. It went right in the jar. I turned it over, put the lid on. I captured the toxicity. I captured that which was venomous with no fear, because I transformed that fear of unsafety that I had. I transformed that fear of uncertainty. How do you catch something that's, okay? So take a look at that in your life. What's showing up that feels toxic for you? What is showing up that makes you feel uncomfortable, that brings a level of uncertainty? And face it head on. Don't run from it. Because the first couple times, well, the first time I didn't know it was there when I stepped on it. I had no clue that there was a scorpion in my house. Stepped on it. The second one, I saw. Third one, little tiny baby on the wall. Killed that one. I'm like, no! So they had to keep coming. And for me, I get it physically. So, and with nature signs, and it's interesting because my team keeps saying, watch nature signs, pay attention to nature signs. And so I had a snake in my garage, I had the black widows, I had these scorpions in my house, and these fire ants showed up. And I'm like, okay, they're all venomous. Okay, all of them. They're all gone now. They're all gone now. I face them head on. This is what we're here to do, to remove these hidden depths, these really huge hidden pieces within us that we can either be denying that they're there, or we just don't know they're there. But something is going to trigger it to come up, okay? To be revealed. I call it being revealed to be healed. That's what I say when I'm working with my clients. So pay attention. What for you is being revealed to be healed, okay? Relationships. Okay, one of the things that a lot of you, if you've been following me for a long time, I talk about Venus for years. I've always talked about how, for me, I have the ability for the planets, they come in and they literally come in the form, and they create themselves as a form of a being, all right? So for me, Venus has been coming in as this beautiful goddess for years, and she talks to me. She telepathically talks to me and gives me information and messages. And for years, I've been saying in my videos, Venus is coming. She's behind everything, okay? She is that love. She's the sister to Earth, okay? The two planets are sisters. And she's been coming in behind. And I've been saying for years, she's coming. She's coming, and she's going to emerge really in her power to help what's going on, to help her sister Gaia. I've been saying this and saying this and saying. So for those of you that have watched me for years, you know what I'm talking about. And all last year, because everything happens for me physically, I also talked this about in some of my videos in my Patreon. I said, I have been at nighttime thrown into the shape of a star. They have taken my arms straight out, okay? They take my legs at the angles, and here I am in bed at night. I'm the shape of a star. And then I start having all kinds of activations and stuff done on me. But I'm like, why are they doing this to me? And I knew about the 5-point star, and I've actually talked about the cycle of Earth and Venus around the sun and everything, and how it creates. The first thing it creates is a rose. I've talked about this before in my videos. When it goes, Venus does 8 rotations, okay? And I believe, is it 5 rotations in 8 years? Oh, don't quote me on that. You have to go look for yourself, okay? But the first rotation, it creates a heart, which is love, Venus. The second time around in its creation, it's created a 5-pointed star. And the next thing it does is it's created a rose. Now, for those of you that know me, I am a high initiate and activator of Sisters of the Rose. And I am very much from Venus. The Venusian energy runs through me. I go back there and do work all the time. But the Sisters of the Rose is so important to me. The rose was a gift to Earth from Venus. And it carries the highest megahertz, okay, in smell. It has the highest, when you smell a rose, don't smell the hybrid ones, okay, those don't work. A real organic rose, when you smell it, it takes you up to the highest levels in those beautiful smells and helps you to transform things. Pay attention. So that's the last thing it makes in the sky. It creates the rose, and the rose was the gift to Venus. Venus brings love. The five-pointed star, is the shape of humanity ascending. I finally got my team too. I'm like, is this about the ascension? Is this about because of the painting by Leonardo da Vinci? I asked my team, is that what this you're showing me? And they finally said yes to me, and I said, that's ascension, because we are ascending and we are becoming the star beings that we are. We are returning to the light. It's ascension. I'm feeling like, I got it, finally. So just within the past month, again, they've been doing this to me again. I'm like, why are you doing this again? Why am I going through these rituals at night with being shaped into the star, and then all of these, I get all these activations. Venus, the beings from Venus come in and do things for me and for my body and things that I do. And they said, because the time you've been waiting for, Keleena, is coming. And I have said for years and had so many people email, and even some astrologers say, I don't know what you don't know what you're talking about, Keleena. I was like, I'm sorry, but I feel it. I talk to her and I know Venus is coming, and Venus is behind this, and she is helping her sister Gaia, and she's helping all of us. And this Saturday, the 22nd, a friend had, one of the Sisters of the Rose sent me a little video, and I can't remember the lady who was sharing about it, about Venus coming back into a position, and it's this Saturday. And I tuned in, and here's what I got. Venus is coming back in, okay? For those of you who know that when I went to Santa Fe, I go and I anchor these divine feminine Christ energies. I anchored the cosmic with my friend Keleena. We brought through this cosmic mother, divine feminine Christed energy, this mother frequency, came from the yoni into us, and out our yoni into Gaia's yoni. And you can believe me, the things that we do as these kind of beings, you're going to be like, what? That's freaky. It's not freaky, okay? These are the things that some of us as light workers are here to do. Now, Venus, okay, on the 22nd, is going to be opening up another portal and a level of light that is so important in love, okay, for your transformation. So everyone, if you can, get out on the earth and receive the energy and the love of Venus, the activations of Venus coming in to assist with the transformation of everything that Venus represents. Ki oda miara antiara ak at iros utna ma nik it usna od mam na ki. Receive. Amor. She is about, there's different parts of Venus. Okay, I want to talk about this really, I want to bring this up because Venus represents, Aphrodite, Venus. There is, always a shadow side to everything. But Venus in this, if you feel into this, okay, because I was shown this because I just went through something a couple weeks ago that really showed me the dark side, the shadow side of the Venus energies of like Aphrodite, Venus, and the shadow side of it, which is the lust, the temptation, cheating, betrayal, okay? And those things are the things that we need to transcend because they are connected to holding onto the old programmed energy, okay, of the aggressive, masculine behaviors in sexuality and sexual aggression. So it's been 2-3 weeks now, maybe 2.5 weeks. I had to go through some stuff with that as well. Okay. And for those of you who know, I've been going and working with this for a little over 3 years now, trying to help transform this from the earth. It's part of my work here as well. So that's the shadow side that Venus is going to bring up and show you what's hidden in you of your aggressive masculine behavior that has to do with holding on this planet, that old program, okay? The aggressive, masculine, sexual behavior, it's in women too. What's coming up in you that you need to transform? Because that's holding you to the earth plane. Can't ascend. You cannot ascend if you decide to stay in that animal behavior of the aggressive, masculine animal behavior in sex, in suppressing women, in suppressing children. It's not going to work. You will not ascend. You can't play in it. You need to come in alignment. You need to transform it. You need to transcend that. You need to bring that into your heart. See that stuff that's hidden in you, that's part of that program. And understand, okay, I understand this now. Because many times, that aggressive behavior leads you down the wrong path. Nope, my team's saying, nope, every time. It will lead you down the wrong path. It will lead to porn. It can really lead you to incest, molestation, being a rapist, okay, and so on. This is one of the biggest, darkest things on the earth that we have to plan, or we have to remove, okay, from the plan. And that big hand that I saw coming down and scooping up that, okay, that's part of it. This is one of the biggest things on the planet right now that holds people into that lower vibration. Perversion is one of the lowest vibrations on the planet. So feel into that. If you talk to a man or woman in that kind of style, that kind of tone, you know, in the using what they refer to as dirty words, dirty languages, to try and bring bring someone into you to have for the night, okay? All you're doing is entangling your energy and that person's energy, and then you've got that person's energy on you, and you've gone into this in a perversion that's created another obstacle for you and point of control within your own self, because you're not actually moving into your divine alignment and using sexuality and intimacy in the proper way. Naina utna nachnt era ut keki urshna em aki sisi it ut u yar ai. Awaken. Okay. So that's another part. That's the shadow side that Venus is bringing in to remove, to assist you to remove these very hidden pieces. And for women, it could be, you know, you could have been raped in this life or other lives. Your children could have been molested. You could have been molested as a child. Same with men. You could have gone through this as well. But this is the suppression with the aggressive, masculine, patriarchal behavior. It's the suppression of the divine feminine. And that's why Venus is coming in on the 22nd. And that's why I've been saying she's coming. She's coming. I'm very passionate about my work. That's why I've been saying she is coming. And I have known in my heart for so long, and she's here this month. And it is time for us to take that opportunity to get out on the earth and open yourself up I receive the codes of Venus to help with the transition, the transformation of all that I am within me, to help to transform Gaia in the highest love and the highest light and the highest benevolence of my divine creator source. Go back and write those words down and say them on the earth. Do a little ceremony. You can create hearts. You can create the 5-pointed stars. You can put roses out. Honor what is happening, because the more of us that go out there on that day and anchor these energies into the New Earth crystalline grid, the higher this vibration on the earth is going to be. Because when we anchor these energies of love and this beautiful light, it helps bring in that light into the New Earth crystalline grid, and it helps those that are still running the distorted programs when they're within themselves, that feel that discomfort that has to come up to be transformed with this eclipse. Miyanaat. Okay. Woo, I'm just like, got so much to say. It's just flowing through. Okay. Making sure, I want to make sure you're getting, really listen to how you feel. Okay, please, this month, every time, all the time, listen to how you feel, because so many of you are so disconnected from your bodies. Listening to how you feel is so important. That's when we know, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is where I'm supposed to be going. Okay? This is what I'm supposed to step away from. Really important. Use your body. Your body was created as a tool. Everything is interweaved and interdesigned. All your bodies, your subtle bodies with the physical body, with the universe, with Gaia. We're all one. Listen to your body. Mayana otokuye. Shishiha saaya. Matuhna eteki. Amor. Nahai. Nahai. Oh. For those of you that don't know light language, I am a light language gene key code activator, but I also am an open conduit for a source, and I channel all of the languages of light from all these different points of origins. And so you're going to feel stuff happening in you, and a lot of times the reason many different ones come through is because you will recognize one of them, you will feel it in you, because I'm here to help awaken you to yours. Okay? Ma'una aya. And everyone can speak it. Every single soul has the ability to speak it. One of the things I do is activate it in you. It's your higher self coming through. Okay? Okay. Pay attention to your words, because they're very important. Your words manifest your reality. Pay attention to everything you say. Pay attention to how you speak to people, because when you speak to someone in one way, you're going to attract that right back. Okay, so be careful. The things that you say, I can't do this, I don't know how to do, and I actually do say, I don't know how to do this, and I do that a lot, because for me, technology is my weakness. And I'm so lucky to have my friend Julie from the Netherlands that tries to help. She helps me with everything. She helps me with my Patreon. She helps me with everything that I don't understand, because she's got that intelligence, like that Syrian intelligence that I'm just like, it's like so beyond me. But I can fly a ship. Again, so pay attention to your words. And I've been trying to say, I know how to do this. I understand how to do this. and for me, I can do everything. I am completely multidimensional quantum, and I can teach you everything, and I can help you heal, and I can help you transform your life, and I can bring you into your service, and I can activate your abilities. But when it comes to computers, I'm like, what? Manya, there's a doggy barking, and I don't know where it's from. Okay, so talked about the big hand. Okay, there's been a lot of timeline jumping, a lot of quantum things happening, leaps for healing. So please know that timeline jumping, it happens with you because, and it's not a bad thing, because someone on YouTube is saying it's bad, it's part of the something bad. I don't know who's talking about, I don't want to get into that. What I want to tell you is timeline jumping. You go back. What all this is come here, this is words. You're going back into those timelines, those parts of the past through your cellular memories to bring the stuff up that you haven't healed yet. So how do you get there? Okay, if you're on this timeline now, you're going to jump to that timeline. Then you jump back forward to the one you're on. But what you're doing when you're there is you're bringing up the sludge. You're bringing up the stuff that has to be transformed. You're bringing up the things that are within you that are part of the process to be healed. They have to be revealed to be healed. That's it. Okay? That's jumping the timelines. And for people that are saying it's bad, they're going to instill fear into people. So be careful who you listen to about that, because it's just, all it does for me, it shows me where those people are at in the stuff they're saying. Okay? It's not bad. We live in a quantum reality. We are quantum. Okay? We are going from space to space to space to space. When you leave your body at night, you're going somewhere else to work. Spirit leaves, goes somewhere else. Okay? You are quantum. We are all multidimensional. And it is the true reality. You're not just human. Okay? All right. There's these big transformations this month to feel safe. You got to let the stuff come up that makes you feel unsafe. It's really important in all areas. And it's not just feeling, like for me, the unsafety, it actually reflected the unsafety in these different little things that happened that did make me feel unsafe. So just let it come up, feel it, reveal it, feel it, and heal it. And okay. I don't know where that little doggie's freaking. No, nobody has a doggie here. Okay. Let me see if I have anything else. I have so much scribble in here because values, what do you value within yourself? Your values are really changing right now. Everybody's are, okay? All right. You really need, everybody's really being pushed with that feeling of uncertainty. You're being pushed from outside yourself. You're really being pushed from the ego program of, God, I got to know these things. I need to know what's next. Okay? But we're being pushed to let go of the need to know, because the ego is what wants to know. But when we're aligned with our divine self, our divine I am presence, okay? We have the divine that comes in from Solaris, the sun. We have the divine that comes up from Gaia. Okay? Feminine masculine comes in. Our heart expands. What happens? We are in our true self. We are centered in our I am presence. We are all that we are. And in here, when we are here and we are centered, what happens? We are living in our truth. We are living from our divine will. And we are living in faith, in love, and all is well. And right now it may feel chaotic because we don't know what to choose, we don't know where to go, but the only reason you feel that chaos is because the ego's trying to pick something to do, not the heart. So get out of your head and feel for your transformation. Allow yourself to know what you need to do, to know the next step to take from being here. From being here. Sacred heart love. Living from the sacred heart. That's my work. To remove you from your false identity programmed ego and align you with your true self. Ki at urya namia naya. I am. You are, I am, as all is, that all is. That is in the process of truth and transformation. For all that I am is you. Ura, Namiria, Nakia, Yaya. Amor. Blessings. Ki ut urushna atabaka at et iru namit nyaraki. Allow that which comes up within you, the fears, the pain, whatever it is, to come up, and allow yourself to feel it in the body. Feel that. Feel the emotion of it, okay? The emotion, the feelings from that sacral chakra, from that divine feminine chakra. Allow it to come up. Feel it. Bring it into the heart. Bring it into the heart and fill it with love. Thank you and so much gratitude for showing me these pains I need to feel so that I can release them and no longer fear them. Amor. I am. Blessings. I love you. I wish you all the best through this eclipse. Allow the transformation to continue. Allow the purging to come up, whatever you wish to call it. Allow yourself to see the truth of these things that need to be revealed, to be healed, and let them go. And yes, there's going to be fear, but you're here to transcend the fear, because fear is not real. Fear is created from a programmed belief structure. That's all. And you're here to break that, to live from your divine self in love. And love is the only true existence. I love you. And I wish you all the best. And hang in there. We've got this. In unity. Ki ana modur nech nayame Maria aya. From my heart to yours. Amor. I am.
Io so tu, farascia.